Please stand for the presentation of the colors. Advance the colors.
Color guard advance. Scout salute. Please be silent and be singing the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous eye o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and of the free and the home of the brave?
2. Color guard, please post the colors. Color guard, return to rank. Scouts at ease.
Please be seated. I would like to welcome you all to Troop 416 Eagle Scout Court of Honor. It is my pleasure to introduce Eagle Scout Woody Baker, who is the Master of Ceremonies of this Court of Honor.
Good morning. I'd like to invite all Eagle Scouts and adults to stand at this time.
Including adults.
Including adults. You are one. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce Chase Jackson, who will lead us in our invocation.
I'd like to join me in prayer. Lord, thank you for bringing us here today to celebrate this young man's accomplishment and journey. I thank you for everything that Scott has done for the community and family and friends and his nation, Lord. I pray that you stay with him on his journey, and I just thank you for being by his side in everything that he's done. And I just pray that he grows through you, Lord, and just becomes a wonderful adult. In your precious name, amen.
Would Eagle Scout Kit Baker and Venture Holder Amber please escort Scout Would Eagle Scout kit maker and Venture Silver Award holder Amber please escort Scout candidate Scott Whetham forward? This is the voice of the Eagle whose heights you have struggled hard to reach. We all remember when you first came to the base of the cliff and how you looked up with ambition and determination. Look back a moment. Look down the cliff you have climbed. Look at the experiences you have encountered in your ascent. These experiences should not be forgotten. You should profit by making sure adverse experiences do not occur again. Experience is a valuable teacher if you heed its teachings. We remember when you took your first step upon the trail that leads upward. With the first step, you began to grow physically, mentally, and morally. You started living the Scout Oath and Law. All the while you were on the trail, we watched you study. We saw you learn by doing. Upon joining, you were only a scout. At that time, you began working hard on your requirements to reach the tenderfoot rank, the first ledge on the trail to Eagle. Before long, your brother scouts were calling you a tenderfoot, and they were right. You were a tenderfoot. Soon you reached the second ledge, and there you were greeted by a large group of second-class scouts. Some, like you, stopped to catch their breath before continuing along the trail. You began to study more. You worked harder, and almost before you knew it, you came to another ledge, the ledge where first-class scouts dwell. There, you found a tempting green meadow in a crystal-clear stream bathed in the sun. There you were tempted to remain. Yes, you could have remained there to live the first-class scout glory, but your ambition spurred you on. We remember your advancement to Star Scout. The trail from first class to star rank was not as difficult as it had seemed. This spurred you on more, and again you climbed higher. The trail was steeper and less worn. Few scouts seemed to be headed in your direction. You looked down and saw the crowds below you. You looked up and saw a few above you, and with the same determination with which you started your climb, you continued up the trail. Soon you earned the badge of life rank. The heart badge was then placed on your uniform. You will never forget your thoughts at that moment. This feeling has been experienced by all scouts on reaching the rank of Life Scout. The trail became tougher, but more interesting. The original principles, the Scout Oath and Law, now had a fuller meaning. Your understanding them was deeper. Yes, we have watched your character unfold and become more manly. We watched your leadership expand into a valuable asset. We watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. We have watched all these things in you, and now you are on the threshold of your goal. We welcome you, for you have done your climbing in a true scout-like manner. This is the voice of the Eagle. This is the voice of the Eagle. I speak for the Eagle Scouts of this council. We challenge this scout to
The presentation of the Eagle Scout badge is an important and serious event, the climax and the goal for which a scout works many years. An occasion for pride and joy, a time of serious contemplation. The culmination of efforts for the various leaders of the Scout. The Eagle Scout Award is the highest and most coveted rank in scouting. The last major step in the achievement in the advancement program. Fewer than 4% of all scouts in the United States reach Eagle Scout rank. At this point, we trust you have achieved our purpose in building of character, training of leadership, and the practice of service. The requirements for Eagle Scout rank are as follows. Be active in your troop and patrol for at least 6 months as a Life Scout. Demonstrate Scout spirit by living the Scout Oath. duty to God, duty to others, duty to self. The law. Trustworthy. Loyal. Helpful. Friendly. Courteous. Kind. Obedient. Cheerful. Thrifty. Brave. Clean. And reverent in your everyday life. Number 3, earn 21 merit badges, including the 13 that are required. First aid, citizenship in the community, citizenship in the nation, citizenship in the world, communication, cooking, personal fitness, emergency preparedness or life-saving, environmental science or sustainability, personal management, swimming, hiking, or cycling, camping, and family life. Number 4, serve actively in an advanced position of responsibility for a period of 6 months after becoming a Life Scout. Number 5, plan, develop, and lead others in carrying out a service project worthy of an Eagle Scout. Number 6, take part in a Scoutmaster conference. Number 7, appear before a board of review and prominent persons and satisfy them that you have done your best to understand and live up to the Scout oath and law in all ways qualifying for the Eagle Scout Award. Scoutmaster Brent, please join us on stage.
Careful examination has been made by the court as to qualifications of this applicant for the Eagle Scout Award. Proficiency in the various crafts and skills prescribed for the Eagle Scout rank has been checked, and the records of merit badges earned by the Scout have been approved and certified by the counselors appointed by the court. Scout candidate Scott has demonstrated his capacity and willingness to exert leadership in activities that are constructive and worthwhile in his community. The record has been checked in the troop leadership, school affairs, and in other fields of work and service. They have demonstrated loyalty and duty to God and country. We believe that they are qualified to receive the rank of Eagle Scout.
abilities as well as the honor of the Eagle Scout Award. These responsibilities are as follows. In a true scout-like manner, this is the voice of the Eagle. This is the voice of the Eagle. I speak for the Eagle Scouts of this council. We challenge this scout to accept the responsibilities as well as the honor of the Eagle Scout Award. These responsibilities are as follows. An Eagle Scout is to live with honor. Their honor is sacred. It is the foundation of all character. An Eagle will live so that they reflect credit upon their home, place of worship, school, friends, and self. May the white of your badge remind you to live with honor. An Eagle Scout is to be loyal. To thine own self be true, and it must follow that the day, the night, thus cannot not then be false to any man. Neither pain nor profit, pride nor personal loss shall sway their loyalty. The blue of your badge is the emblem of loyalty. An Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage gives all character, force, and strength. With trust in God and faith in their fellow man, they face each day unafraid and seek their share of the world's work to do. Let the red in your badge remind you of courage. Finally, an Eagle is service-oriented. Extend a helping hand to those who toil along the scouting trail you have completed, just as others have aided you. The good turn daily must take a new meaning and better the life pattern of service. Protect and defend the weak and the helpless. Comfort the unfortunate and oppressed. Uphold the rights of others as you would your own. Remember, real leadership is found upon real service.
In recognition of these obligations, I ask you to reaffirm the Scout Oath.
Scout is trustworthy, loyal. No, sorry.
On my honor.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Please escort your parents to the front.
Go ahead.
This is why we rehearse things. We now proclaim to all the world your accomplishments. The symbol of your success is the Eagle Scout badge and neckerchief, which will now be presented to you by your parents. Your parents will in turn pin the badge over your heart and place a neckerchief around your neck. Scott, in recognition of the wisdom and guidance given to you by your father, please present him with this eagle pin, in which he will be proud to wear in your honor. And now, also in recognition of the many hours of patient guidance given by her in your efforts, will you pin the Eagle Scout mother's pin over your mother's heart?
Found it. Hang on. Got it.
Will you please return them to the seats? Scott, please escort your grandparents to the front. With your parents' assistance and appreciation of love and support, pin the Eagle grandparents pin on each of their heart, over their hearts.
Making me exercise.
You stabbed anybody yet?
No blood yet.
Is it in my pocket?
Yeah.
I got it.
Scott, please escort your grandparents back to their seats.
I could find my own way to stand here and laugh.
At this time, Eagle Scout Scott, I would like to ask Gary Winstead to come to the front. It's not my fault she butchered it when she wrote it down. This is all you.
Oh, to sell me?
This is all you.
All right. Gary's been there to help me a lot through my journey of scouting, and without him and many other people, I wouldn't be here. But Gary has especially been there. He's helped me with my project. He offered me a lot of wisdom on it when I would ask him. He's offered me condolences and support and anything else I could ask for him. And so it's with my honor that I pin my Eagle Scout mentor pin on Gary.
Scott, please escort Gary back to his seat. and then return up here.
Oh, if you would like me to read it.
Is this one?
This one.
You want me to read it, don't you?
I will read it if you want me to.
It's for your nephew.
We have a letter here that we'd like to read to you. I don't know if you know about it. Does he know about it? He doesn't know about it.
Oh, I don't. This is bad.
I actually think this is really cool. Dear Scott, back in 1977, I got a letter from the President of the United States congratulating me on becoming an Eagle Scout. The letter was printed in thick cream paper with my name typed in at the top and Gerald Ford's signature at the bottom, right next to the presidential seal. Very impressive. However, as I studied the president's signature and compared it with those on the bottom of the identification letter he had sent to other Eagle Scouts in other troops, I came to the conclusion that I was not holding a personal letter from the President of the United States. I was holding a form letter. Don't get me wrong, Scott. It was a nice gesture, and I appreciate the sentiment, but I decided then and there that if I ever found myself in position of sending out thousands of letters to Eagle Scouts everywhere, I wouldn't try to fool the recipient into thinking they had received something uniquely special, uniquely personal. After all, Scott, the Scout is trustworthy. Whether he goes on to become the President of the United States or to host of a show on cable television, which is why I want to obviously be clear about the nature of this letter. While I did in fact write every word, I did not write it specifically for you. Truth is, Scott, it was your mom who sent your name on this blank, and it is your mom who is deeply proud of you, of what you've accomplished on this day. As they should be. The Eagle Award is still a big deal, and congratulations are most definitely in order. However, the only message I can offer a young man I've never actually met is the same advice I received from my dad moments after I received the same honor. Don't get cocky. Contrary to what many have told you, Scott, this award will not change the way people look at you. I'm sorry, but it's true. We now live in a world where everyone seems to get some sort of trophy, or the majority of Americans simply have no idea how difficult or special your accomplishment truly is. But that's not a fact worth bemoaning, because the truth is, the Eagle Award comes with no magic power or influence. It's simply a recognition of what you've accomplished so far. And while it's true that many Eagle Scouts have gone on to do great things in life, it's also true that many others have not. I know a guy who got an Eagle a couple years before me. His chest literally puffed up and never returned to its normal size. His dad got him into a decent school, and when he finally graduated, he showed off his diploma like it was his first merit badge. Today, he is a miserable, pompous pain in the butt with no friends, 2 ex-wives, and a job he hates. He still has a collegiate football trophy on his mantle, next to his diploma, and the identical copy of the same form letter from Gerald Ford congratulating him for something he did 35 years ago. Do me a favor, Scott. Don't be that guy. Don't wait for the world to acknowledge your accomplishments. When you're finished with scouting, donate your uniform to the Salvation Army. In a few years, it's not going to fit anyway. Fold up your sash and stow it away somewhere private, along with all the other tokens of what you've done so far. Then roll up your sleeves, get in the world, and put what you've learned to use. Live the Scout law, remember the Scout oath, and remember the Scout is clean, but not afraid to get dirty. Mike Rowe. would like to introduce Lacey Britt, who will give the Eagle Scout charge.
Good afternoon. I wanted to make sure I could go off script before I did. I didn't want to interrupt anybody here. So, as a DE, as a district executive, I have been to several Eagle Scout Corps of Honors in the last since my time as a professional, and seeing someone up here that I started Scouts with, or I saw start Scouts, has a special place in my memories. So, congratulations on that. It's hard to follow Mike Rowe's words because they're so true, but the Eagle Scout is an earned rank, and you have earned it. There was no shortcuts along the way. You've done everything you can to get up here, and I'm very proud of that. Very, very proud of that. And I am proud to call you a brother as an Eagle Scout. But today you join in a great legacy of Scouts, right? And you're going to be scrutinized. It's a fact of life. You're going to be scrutinized from this point on. If you do great things, you're going to remember like Neil Armstrong, the Eagle Scout that landed on the moon. And if the worst happens, you're not going to be remembered as Scott who did this. You're going to be Eagle Scout committed this crime or something like that. So every day going forward, you leave a legacy for Scouts behind you to follow. Knowing you've lived by the Scout oath and law since the day I met you, and you will continue to do it. So congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and without further ado, I'd like to give you your charge. Is that all right with you?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
All right. I have the honor to give the Eagle Scout charge on this occasion to your elevation to the highest rank in scouting. The Boy Scouts of all nations constitutes one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history, and you have been counted worthy of its highest rank. All who know and rejoice in your achievement, rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as well as you know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are a marked man. As an Eagle Scout, you assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, country, your fellow Scouts, and to mankind. This is a great undertaking. Our country has had a great past. You are here to make the future greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship as a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold in the highest level of service to God and to your fellow man. So live and serve that these who know you will be inspired to the finest of living. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and ability to the common good. Build America on a solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence to God. Whatever others may say or do, you leave behind a record in which every Scout may be proud. On behalf of the Court of Honor of the Northern Lights Council, Boy Scouts of America, with high hope that you will always represent the finest character and citizenship, we welcome you to the Brotherhood of Eagle Scouts and congratulate you, your parents, and your Scout leaders. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Scott's sister, Keely, has prepared a slideshow. Please turn your attention to the north wall.
Thought you were going to say speech there.
Ooh, just embarrassing pictures.
That's all right. I did it through graduation. Go.
Well, I had music.
One night as a tender barefoot. I learned a couple of knots.
I still
When I
have every single one of
left
those
the
cards.
meeting,
I just want to let you know that.
promptly forgot.
I had that book.
When we went camping, you had me learn them again. Then I had to teach a new boy, and they really set in. As a boy, I couldn't do all that much, and just enough to barely follow along. With a little bit of practice and a lot of love, you helped my wings grow strong. Now I'm an eagle, and I can spread my wings. I can soar to the tops of mountains, no matter what life brings. I am an eagle, prepared to lift others as I rise. Seeing who needs help and what's my role. With a sharp and well-trained eye, I am an eagle. Every scout learns some first aid by the time
You should narrate all this out for us.
Taught me how to recognize signs of shock and of a heart attack. Now I know my CPR and how to treat frostbite. If I'm ever there in an emergency, you've prepared me to save a life. As a boy I couldn't do all that much, and just enough to barely follow along.
Like a door.
With a little bit of practice and a lot of love, you help my wings grow strong. Now I'm an eagle, and I can spread my wings. I can soar to the tops of mountains, no matter what life brings. I am an eagle, prepared to lift others as I rise. Seeing who needs help and what's my role. With a sharp and well-trained eye, I am an eagle. I thought Scouts was all about
I really don't do all the photos
earning
and
a
smiling.
rank. Sign off on my blue cards and I'll never see this uniform again. Now I see the values that you've brought out in me. It's my duty to help others to grow their own wings. As a boy I couldn't do all that much, just enough to barely follow along. With a little bit of practice and a lot of love.
Thank you, Keely. You are invited to remain for the reception for Eagle Scout Scott Whetham. Following the benediction by Chase Johnson? Jackson. We just met. Sorry.
God, thank you for, again, everything this young man has done for his community, his friends, his family, and his nation, Lord. I pray that you stay with him through everything he's done, pray that he does in the years to come, and that he leads by example in everything he does. Amen.
And I now bring this Eagle Scout Court of Honor to adjourn.